Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Do you believe in life after death? Can a soul really come back in another body? In today's video, we are diving deep into the world of reincarnation not through theory, but through real-life mysterious cases from different corners of the globe. From children remembering past lives to people recalling vivid deaths they never experienced, these stories are eerie, emotional, and mind-blowing. So, get comfortable, because by the end of this video, you might just start believing that death is not the end. Let's start with the basics. Reincarnation is the belief that when a person dies, their soul is reborn in a new body. This belief is most common in religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, but it's also been found in ancient cultures of Egypt, Greece, and even among Native American tribes. But what makes reincarnation fascinating is not just the belief, it's the real-life stories that seem to back it up. Stories where people, especially children, remember details from a life they never lived, details so specific and accurate that they leave even the most skeptical minds shaken. Let's begin with one of the most famous reincarnation cases ever, Shanti Devi, from Delhi, India. At the age of 4, Shanti started telling her parents that her real name was Lugdi Devi and that she lived in Mathura, a city over 100 kilometers away. She described her house, the neighborhood, her past life husband, and even how she had died during childbirth. At first, her parents thought she was just making up stories. But her details were so specific that they decided to investigate. To everyone's shock, Lugdi Devi had indeed existed. Her husband, house, and the events she mentioned all matched perfectly. A government committee was formed to investigate the case, and they too found no sign of fraud. How could a 4-year-old know such exact details of someone else's life? Across the world, in Scotland, a young boy named Cameron Macaulay started speaking about a white house on a beach in a place called Barra, an island he had never visited. From the age of 2, Cameron would say things like, "I lived there before. My dad's name was Shane Robertson. And even, a car hit me, and I died." He cried to return to Barra and missed his real family. Finally, his mother took him to the island, and what they found was spine-chilling. There was a white house exactly where Cameron said it would be. Neighbors even confirmed the Robertson family once lived there. There was no way he could have known this. He had never left Glasgow before. Was Cameron remembering his past life? Next, let's go to England, where a tragedy led to an even more mysterious event. In 1957, sisters Joanna and Jacqueline Pollock died in a car accident. A year later, their mother gave birth to twins, Gillian and Jennifer. But the strange part? The twins started showing habits, fears, and even birthmarks exactly like their deceased sisters. Jennifer had a birthmark on her waist and forehead exactly where Jacqueline had one. They recognized toys that had belonged to the older girls and talked about the accident, even though they had never been told anything. As they grew older, the memories faded. But for a few early years, it seemed like Joanna and Jacqueline had truly returned. Now, here's a story that sounds like a movie script. In a Druze village near the border of Syria and Israel, a boy was born with a long red birthmark on his head. By the age of 3, he told his family that he had been murdered in a past life and that the birthmark showed where he had been struck. He remembered his old village, the name of his killer, and even where his body had been buried. When the villagers followed him to the place he mentioned, they actually found a skeleton and even the murder weapon buried nearby. The accused killer confessed when confronted. A past life memory that helped solve a murder? It sounds unbelievable, but it really happened. You might be wondering, what does science say about all this? Most scientists are skeptical. They suggest explanations like false memories, suggestibility, coincidences, or cryptomnesia, a fancy term for you heard it somewhere but forgot where. But not all researchers dismiss reincarnation. Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychiatrist from the University of Virginia, spent over 40 years studying more than 2,500 reincarnation cases. He focused on young children who spoke of past lives and tried to verify their claims. Many of them had birthmarks or phobias related to how they had died in their previous life. His work is considered the most serious scientific research on reincarnation. And while it doesn't prove reincarnation, it definitely opens the door to the possibility. These stories do more than just give us goosebumps. They challenge our understanding of life, consciousness, and death. They ask us to consider that maybe, just maybe, we are more than our physical bodies. If reincarnation is real, then death is not an end, it's a transition. A pause before a new beginning. So, what do you think? Are these just coincidences or real glimpses into past lives? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your thoughts and stories, especially if you or someone you know has experienced something similar. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-expanding content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Because here, we explore the questions that others are too afraid to ask. Until next time, stay curious and stay awake. Thank you.